Hey everybody, this is Tina with Loving Life's Little Blessings, and welcome to my video today, you guys. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to step up your card. So if you have a card and it's really plain and you're like, I really want to step it up, or I want to be more creative with this card, I'm going to show you 3 different ways to do a card. And you can see I have a bunch of stuff right here. But first I wanted to share with you, a lot of you guys have left me comments about this card. I made this card on Thursday. And as you can see, it says, you are the gold at the end of the, and it stops, right? So I did the whole card, and I never showed you guys the inside of the card. I got totally sidetracked and then never shared with you guys what I did on the inside. And I didn't realize it until you guys were leaving me comments, because the first comment I got, I was like, well, at the end of the rainbow, like it says on the inside of the card. But then I realized I never showed you. So all I did was use that glimmer tape, and I just put some at the top and the bottom on the inside. And then I just used this same stamp set. This says, you are the gold at the end of the, and then I just used rainbow and stamped it. And then my intention was to color it, but I never got that far. And I never got that far because my husband ended up having to have emergency surgery last week. He's been battling kidney stones. I've shared with you guys on my website a couple times. I've mentioned that he's had flare-ups and doctor's appointments and things have been happening, and he had a flare-up that we thought wasn't a big deal, and it turned out he needed emergency surgery. So my week last week was really crazy, you guys. It was just between the girls being in school and him being in the hospital and all of that stuff. I just really had a really crazy week. So that is what happened last week. And so this week I will not have all 4 videos up this week. I will have a video for you guys today. We're going to take a look at these cards right here, and then I'll have a video on Wednesday and then on Friday. So this is the story with these cards. So let me chit chat with you guys about the stack of cards. So some of you may know Wendy from Love and Stampin'. Wendy and I have been friends for 20 years, 20 plus years. We went to elementary school together. We've had a very long friendship, and we're really good friends. And a lot of times, you know, she'll come over and look, you know, she'll be in my craft room and she'll say, oh, what are you doing? Or what's this pile of stuff? Or what's that pile of stuff? And I do the same thing to her. So last week I stopped by her house. She helped out with the kids when my husband was in the hospital, and she came in and came over and hung out with me the night he was there. And so I stopped by, and I saw this pile of cards. There was more than this. I mean, it was a huge pile of these cards, and they didn't have the flower on them. So I said, what's this? And she said, oh, it's just this thing I was doing. I cut all of them. I made them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them now. They're really not finished. And I said, oh my gosh, I love them. I love the colors. I love the embossing folder that you used. And I love this paper. So she stopped by a few days later, and she had the stack of cards, and then she said she had a little stack of flowers. They were different than this one that I ended up using, but she said, if you want these, you can finish them up and have them. So let me show you guys what I did. I'm going to show you the 3 ways that I stepped this card up. So all these are finished, and they're pretty simple. All I did was I took this punch. The flower that she had was this one, and I just don't really care for this flower very much, this one right here. I just really don't care for it very much. And so I like this one better. So I punched out of crushed curry these flowers here. So this is how it came. And so all I did was punch out the flower, and then I was just able to attach it with dimensionals. I'll just show you this real quick. Put 2 on here. I ran them through the flowers. I ran through the embossing folder that I had sitting out from making this card. So this embossing folder right here, I used the same one. It had never got put up from last week when all of the craziness started to happen. So I just used that same embossing folder, and then I just stuck a rhinestone in the middle, and I was like, well, that's cute, right? But I wanted it to be something a little bit more. So the next thing I did was this one, and let's zoom in and I'll just walk you through. It's pretty simple. This card ended up being, you know, was real easy to put together. So I ran it through that embossing folder, and then I just took a sponge and then a darker yellow. So I used Delightful Dijon, and I just sponged over those circles to bring that embossing out. And then I had these framelits sitting out because I used these for my club project this month. So I was doing stuff and putting together kits for my club members, and this was already out on my by my Big Shot. So I used this one and I stuck that right in the middle, and then I added a rhinestone to that one. So that's the second way I stepped it up. So it went from this one to this one. And then I thought, well, what if I wanted to step it up again? Like, what if I wanted to do something else? So then I did this one. I just grabbed some sequins that I had in my desk. You can see there's some little hearts. These are little flowers. They're kind of the same color as this mint macaroon color, and they're like iridescent, and I just thought like, oh, they'd be real cute. So I sprinkled those over the card. So you can see that you can get like really 3 different looks, step that up 3 different ways to when you're creating. So the other thing that I thought is I actually, can I remove this? Yeah. So I actually cut a few other things when I was just cutting for this little black guy right here, this little black circle thing for the middle of the flower. I just cut a few of these little tiny flowers right there. And I thought that it would be cute if this went in the middle like this, and then the rhinestone went on. Like, that's cute as well. Or even if some of these little flowers were kind of sprinkled on there like the rhinestones were. Okay, so you can see now that's just sprinkled down. So just a different way. You guys know how much I love sprinkling things down the card. Makes it really easy to do something fun. And so I like the sequence better than I like the rhinestones. But that's a simple way to do these, and I'm just finishing these up. These are actually going to my Paper Pumpkin subscribers. So if you have subscribed to get my Paper Pumpkin from me, then you will get, or if you know you've signed up under me, then you'll get one of these cards. And it's just super simple. I like the way that they came out. You can check out a supply list over on my website along with photos. And you can get to my website by just clicking right up here in the corner. Or if you're on a mobile device, a couple of you have left comments recently and asked me to please put the actual link right to the post in the YouTube description down below. And I will start doing that for you guys. I know some of you are watching on mobile devices, so I'm happy to do that now. And you can check out the supply list and photos. You can pin to Pinterest and check out the supply list. If you want to purchase any of these items, you can do that directly from me in my online store. So I think that covers everything, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. And I know I'm kind of rambly. It's been a crazy week, a crazy weekend for me. And I just am trying to get back into the swing of things and recover from everything that went on. So I'll be back on Wednesday to share with you guys again. And then on Friday, we'll be looking again at Project Life. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I will talk to you on Wednesday. Hey guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me to the very end of this video. I have 2 other videos for you, and I just decided to make them card videos today since it is Monday, and I usually make cards for you guys. Both of these cards have been Global Design Project entries, and they're both in a yellow and black gray type theme. Don't forget that this is the last month for celebrations, so any of those celebration items that you are wanting, make sure you get in your orders so you can get those. There's just a few short weeks left for that. So thank you guys so much, and I will be back on Wednesday to share with you guys another crafting project. Have a wonderful day, guys.